About 1 year ago, Nicole Nafziger announced that she was moving on. After years of 90-day Fiance fame, her engagement to Azan Tefou was finally over. She enrolled in college. But, in recent months, Nicole has gone radio silent on social media. Why the sudden lack of updates? It turns out that she may just have a very good reason. It has been a hot minute since we reported on Nicole Nafziger, so first, a refresher. Years ago, Nicole, a young single mom, fell head over heels in love with Azan Tefou, real name, Hassan Rouni. Azan is a Moroccan hottie. Their romance blossomed online, and led to Nicole visiting him in Morocco. But the intercontinental distance between Nicole and Azan barely began to cover their issues. On a number of occasions, Azan openly body-shamed Nicole, at times, to her face, during her visit. Obviously, cultural differences were at play. Other Americans have encountered vile body-shaming on the franchise. Additionally, Azan is a fitness guy himself. As a result, he and Nicole came from different worlds in more ways than one. But their troubles did not stop there either. Money was a huge issue, and not in the same way as we are accustomed to seeing on the franchise. Instead of fights about budgets and prenups, the concern was about Nicole just sending Azan money. Nicole, who spent most of the time that we knew her as a Starbucks employee, worked to support herself and her daughter. Even so, she would send Azan money, sometimes lying to her family about its purpose. We're not talking about pizza money. We're talking about $6,000 for a fake store that never existed. Is Nicole just generous? That may be part of it. But she made worrisome statements online, at one point claiming that Morocco does not allow citizens to transfer money out of the country. This was allegedly why Azan could never repay her. Simple online research says that Morocco has no such policy. Regardless, despite multiple breakups, they remained engaged for some time. In early 2020, Nicole embarked upon her long-awaited, long-planned trip to Morocco. The plan was to spend 2 weeks with Azan and then return home. Her precious daughter remained with her grandmother. Nicole had only been in Morocco for days when COVID-19 attained formal status as a global pandemic. Borders closed. Airlines shut down. While it was too late, it still helped to buy time to save lives. Please like and subscribe to my channel, and don't forget to click on the bell icon to get new video updates. Unfortunately, many people, including Nicole, found themselves trapped by bad timing. It was 5 months before Nicole was able to fly back home to the United States. Notably, she was not the only one trapped like this. Jovi Dufresne spent nearly as long at the same time. Finally, Nicole made it home. She had not shared much from her time in Morocco. Under the circumstances, we can mostly understand. Making it home to May was well worth it. But after Azan's past struggles, including a denied K-1 visa and various family emergency excuses, did it spell the end? Nicole still had engaged to H in her Instagram bio for months after her return. But, in January of 2021, Nicole suddenly removed that little detail. It was not until that summer that Nicole finally confirmed that she and Azan were over. After 5 years, it was time to move on. We were all overjoyed to see that the split was official. Nicole never explained the breakup. Some fans speculated that this stemmed from the truth being embarrassing. For that matter, some brought up the bizarre, secret family theory about Azan. But frankly, it seems like Nicole didn't feel that it was people's business. And, for the record, she's right. None of that explains why, over a year after formalizing the split and sharing that she's enrolling in college, Nicole isn't sharing much. Her last update came in early June of this year. Technically, that was late spring. It is nearly autumn, and we haven't heard a peep from Nicole. Why is that? Honestly, social media has not been kind to Nicole. But Nicole had a frustrating relationship with a clickbait management company, which shared articles to her Instagram story. While some of these articles were entirely legit, Nicole's management company marketed them in eye-catching ways. Truth be told, some of the anger against Nicole was wildly unfair. Not only did she not make the story posts, but if someone assumed what an article was about without reading, that's on them. Like, if you want to imagine what something's about instead of reading it yourself, how is Nicole supposed to stop you? Regardless, numerous people felt that Nicole was exploiting deaths and faking pregnancy news. It's possible that Nicole's view of social media has soured as a result. But maybe she just has more going on in her life, and better things to do than keep followers updated. Or, maybe she's making a franchise comeback. If so, she's under NDA. Either way, good for her.